Alright, hello everyone. Obviously my month of daily uploads is over. There's been a bit of a break. I mean, I've still been putting up shorts, but yeah, we had Steez in the trees on the weekend. I did not end up taking the 8.6, so yeah, I thought I fixed it with that TPS problem. However, about an hour and a half into driving it, it decided it wanted to start playing up again. So yeah, I canned that project and just took the AE92 instead, which is fine. The AE92 is a good car, so it did the trip. It did weirdly break down once. Not entirely sure what went wrong with it, but yeah, I'll have to work that one out. So one of the things that I did want to do is get a new TPS. Part of me didn't want to do it while I still had the factory forward-facing manifold, simply because that's a different TPS to the ITB setup, and I want to swap over to the ITBs. I do have a set of ITBs here. I don't have a TPS for that, so I already have to buy a new TPS for that. However, one of the things that I did bring up in one of my other videos, talking about this stupid car here, is that I wanted to change to coil on plug setup for it. And I'm an idiot. You see, 4 years ago, I had just gotten the, well, it had been a bit, but I'd had the R32 tuned, and I just had the factory coils, and I was like, I'm just going to upgrade these to Yaris coils. So, I bought the plugs, and I bought the coils. Because these came in packs of 5, I got 10 plugs and 6 coils. So, I have the coils and the plugs already here. So yeah, now it's going to be a case of I have to go build a like a coil loom. Like I said, they had the forethought to build it into the wiring loom for the car, but now I have to buy or build a coil pack loom, and then because I don't want to have to spend the money, I'm just going to take the rotor button out of the distributor, take the leads off, take the ignition coil and the igniter out of the system, and then I'm going to put that in with those and the leads, and then I have to go into the ECU, and I will have to change it from the distributor, like coil on plug sort of setup, to a distributor setup with the ignition leads to a coil on plug setup, and then because Yaris coils, I'll have to do a quick search and see if I can't find out what the right dwell time is going to be and all that sort of stuff. See if I can't tune it up to run on the coil packs, because that'll eliminate about 6 things and reduce it just down to 1, which will be a great start, eliminating a bunch of those problems. And then a TPS I can get for probably about $100. So yeah, I think I might just buy the forward-facing TPS and get this coil pack sorted, and then I should have a nice, happy, healthy running car, because I've eliminated all the electrical problems and just gone new everything. So fingers crossed that is the solution to that. I do have the springs for it, so I am going to do that as well. I did end up going down the Gold Coast and grabbing those King Spring lows for the car. I still have to grab some rears, but again, yeah, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then yeah, it'll be just a case of getting that nice and low on the ground, and or much closer to the ground, considering we're at 4-wheel drive height here, and then yeah, welding the diff and sorting out a RA40 diff a little bit later, modifying that, and then putting a LSD in it and worrying about that sort of thing, and then having a nice drivable street car. So yeah, it's a bit of a process. Been a bit of a weird weekend. I've been super busy. I also did a AC compressor on that T31 X-Trail. So yeah, that one's just been done. That was what I was doing yesterday, so I didn't film that one, but it now blows icy cold air, so that is always good. But yeah, so this one here, coming along, hopefully. So we should see it pretty well sorted in the next couple of weeks there. The AE92, I don't know what happened with that. It sort of just cut out, like I was going up the range, and it cut out at the top of the range and rolled down the other side. I think it has to do with the coolant temp sensor, because I don't actually have a plug on it. I've just pushed the two little wires onto it, and when they come off I lose, like it throws a code and I lose ignition on it. However, on the L dash, the engine check light came up, but it hadn't come up on this one. But it's doing something very similar, and when I plug that back in, it seems to work. So I think I might have to sort a plug for that one, because I don't need that one to become a problem. So yeah, that is where we're at with the stupid cars after Steve's in the trees. So I don't know how well it'll pick up on camera, but there it is there. That's my little problem child. So I don't have a plug for there, so these were pulled out like that. You can't really see, but they were pulled out like that. Push them back in on like that, and it seems to run just fine. And it's only under load, and it's only under a certain RPM. Once you get over that, it goes away. So I think it's just like a safety thing with the engine, but it's a pain in the ass, so I need to get a new plug for that, and should be right to drive. I don't know if you can see it, but the other thing I tried to do is use this line for my washer jets, because my old one was broke. However, that don't bend too well, so it just comes right off. Alright, and on the X-Trail we have our new AC compressor down there. So the O-rings supplied with a kit don't seal, like for whatever reason. They're the right diameter, but they're the wrong fit, like the wrong thickness, the wrong OD, I guess you could say. So I had to get some more to make that sort of work. But yeah, it's nice and done. So nice cool aircon coming from here. You get this to freeze up a bit, so yeah, get it running at like 2000 RPM on full cold, and yeah, you get ice all down here, so works perfectly. Alright, so I do have this 3mm hose here. I'm just going to try and stick it on there. Alright, we're able to get it on there with a bit of force. Let's see if this works now. Alright. Whew, sweaty. Very nice.